Hey everyone, it's Grant Winsauer, and I'm back here with my co-host Jack Brody and Michael Rapolo. How are you guys doing today? What have you guys been up to this week? I know it is only Tuesday, but I mean, it's still the beginning of the week. How's your week going so far?
Good. I haven't been up to too much. Went to my friend's house and used his golf simulator today. So in a weird period before my job starts. So not much going on right now, but a lot of time to look at fantasy football and think about the Bears upcoming this season. So it's been a good time.
How about you, Michael?
I golfed yesterday and then work. So
What'd you shoot?
we got rained out, but it
Oh
was a,
yeah,
yeah, it was a scramble. We were 3 under through 9 holes, so we're doing all
wow.
right.
You are probably one of the best golfers that I know. So
I'm all
that's
right.
definitely
I'm all
something.
right.
But let's get into this podcast for today. So, I mean, holy cow, the the Bears versus Bills game was something. I mean, I was watching it while I was doing a fantasy football draft, and when the opening kickoff happened, and Tyler Scott uh, came out the end zone and only got to the 7 yard line, I thought we were in trouble. But I mean, Caleb Williams just came out and said, "Hey, I got this. I no problem for me anymore." But I mean, let's see. So Caleb completed 6 of 10 passes for 107 passing yards and a touchdown with 130.1 passer rating. The passing game and running game were clicking on all cylinders. The Bears offense had 357 passing yards and 173 rushing yards with 31 first downs and 6.5 yards average per play. And on the defensive side, they only allowed 103 passing yards with 77 rushing yards. Uh, they went 0 for 8 on third down and 0 for 2 on fourth down. They had 2 sacks, 6 punts, and 1 forced fumble. I'm not gonna overreact to this because preseason games slash stats don't mean anything. But it feels like for the first time in a long time, we are gonna have a dangerous offense and defense, and I can't wait to see it in in season. So, Jack, what was your honest reaction of this dominant win? And then, Michael, I'll have you answer the same question.
Yeah, obviously love to see it. You'd rather see a dominant win than a dominant loss, even if preseason games don't mean all that much. But just out of like what we saw from the starters, I thought it was awesome to see both Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland utilized heavily on that first drive, and then obviously the touchdown pass to Zacchaeus to close it off. Just seeing that the offense, even if defenses are able to provide extra coverage towards DJ Moore or Romo Dunze, the Bears have other weapons, and Caleb is able to go through his reads quick enough that this offense can be successful. And then I thought the backups looked great. I mean, Tyson Bagent looked really good running the offense on Sunday night. I thought that Luther Burden continues to impress this preseason, and I think that he's going to be hard to keep off the field in some capacity if he continues to stay healthy and gets incorporated with the offenses camp and the early season continues.
Yeah, Michael, what were your thoughts?
So I only watched the first half of it because we were blowing them out, but
Sure.
uh, I saw I that exact play that Zacchaeus scored. I saw that in practice. I saw that live in practice. That was the exact same play. It also looked like when Caleb was out there, it was like his first read was open every time, which is great. Because normally his first read was covered every time last year at least. So defense looked great. I know they didn't play their starters, but still. And then Luther Burden is nuts. That guy's crazy. So
Yeah, but actually, I want to comment real quick on what you said about Caleb's first read being open, because that's one thing that Ben Johnson wanted to teach him. He wanted to teach him that if his first read is open, just throw the ball there. And I'm surprised that uh, our previous coaching staff didn't teach him that, because that's what you should do. But I mean, I'm glad that for once a coach is actually uh, taking the time to teach him about some stuff, um, stuff like that. So I'm really happy about that. Um, I mean, we kind of went into this, just a minute ago with the stats and everything. But I mean, Caleb Williams looks really, really comfortable in this offense. I mean, and part of it probably has to do with the fact that we actually have an offensive line now. But I mean, I don't think I saw one play during that game where he was rushed or flustered at all. And I'm so happy about that. I mean, because it just shows that Ben Johnson really cares to make sure that Caleb Williams is successful and is the franchise quarterback for the Bears. So, I mean, Michael, what were your thoughts on how comfortable he looked in the game on uh, Saturday?
I mean, it looks like he doesn't have to be like that super big playmaker where he's got to run through 40 people, you know. So I kind of it makes me happy because we finally got that offensive line,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I'm finally happy with our offensive line situation, but that's really all I have to take away from that is
Sure.
the O
Uh,
line.
yeah. What about you, Jack? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, jumping off of that, I think it's really cool too because now that we have the offensive line, Caleb doesn't always have to do the superhero stuff, but he still can. Like that's why we drafted him first overall. So I think that's where this offense has a lot of potential, where he's going to have the protection to operate within Ben Johnson's scheme. And in the event that it goes awry on a given player or two, like Caleb is such a talented player that he can make something of it still. So I'm definitely really encouraged. Hopefully, we'll talk about it later. I'm sure we get to see a little bit more of the offense, the starting offense out on the field next week on Friday. But that
Actually,
is
that's this week. That's
this
this week.
this well this week on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you. So, uh, the next topic we're going to talk about, I have a couple standouts. You guys might agree. You guys might have your own standouts, which is fine. Uh, but I mean, I did put Caleb Williams down, but since we just got done talking about him, I'm not going to go into detail about that because we just went into detail why he was the standout. But my second standout is Ian Wheeler, and he had um, 19 carries for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think he should be kept on the roster as an RB3 behind Swift and our rookie seventh round draft pick, Kyle Monangai, who I think should be RB2. And I think both Jack and Michael agree that that should be the case. Now, just because we think that doesn't mean that's how it's going to go, because the depth chart isn't out yet. So, but do you guys think that Monangai should be RB2 before I go into uh, anything else?
Uh, we do have Roshan. Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, Roshan's great when he plays.
He's hurt right now. That's
Yeah, that's the problem. But if he's on IL, yeah, we keep Wheeler, we Malung guys too. But yeah,
Yeah. I
or
think just
IR.
Roshan definitely still serves a purpose as a potential goal line
sure.
back.
Yeah.
But I mean, from what I've seen, I really like what he's shown in preseason, and I mean, and I think that they will keep him in some capacity, maybe as a practice squad guy. But I mean, he's been showing that he, you know, is wants to fight for a spot. So my last standout actually is Luther Burden, who had 3 catches for 49 yards, which all of his catches were pretty good catches. But the reason that I have him on my list isn't because of his catches. It's actually because of his blocking. Because uh, Ben Johnson has a no block, no rock mentality, and I mean he had a couple of blocks in the game that set up touchdowns, and they were very good blocks, and he's buying into the Ben Johnson tough mentality, and I am all for that. So he's gonna get the ball because I mean he's fighting for every target he can. But I mean, I am wondering what I think that Luther might go into the season as wide receiver 4 instead of wide receiver 3, with Olamide Zacchaeus developing a good connection with Caleb Williams. With that being said, it feels great to have good depth in the wide receiver room for once. And I mean, I'm very happy with the foursome of DJ Moore, Romadunze, Olamide Zacchaeus, and Luther Burden as the top 4 receivers in this offense, and it goes beyond that because we have Cole Kmet and um, Colson Loveland as tight ends too. So I'm really excited to see this passing attack in the regular season. But what are your guys' thoughts on the standouts from the game?
Yeah, I think the one I would highlight is not really like jaw dropping stats, but Colson Loveland. I think it says something that the first time the starters are out there in the preseason, he's the first target of the game, received multiple targets, caught both passes. I thought it was good to see him used early and often. And I think that the fact that we saw Komet out there too, it just speaks well of what I think the Bears are going to do in utilizing the talent they have in the building. So that would be my other standout, other than the guys you've already mentioned.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think you guys summed it up. Those are all the standouts. I do
Yeah,
think we keep Wheeler though, like you said, just practice guy. Practice
but
squad guy.
hey, I mean, practice squad guys get called up every once in a while because of injuries. So
Exactly.
I mean, yes, they make less money, but they're still on the team.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's got heart. So and that shows that he's going to do as much as he can to get the chance to play on the field. So I would love to see him be on the practice squad. So it was announced earlier today by Ben Johnson, who was interviewed by Kay Adams uh, today, that the Bears will play their starters against the Chiefs. It was not revealed how long, but um, but Andy Reid did say that the starters for the Chiefs would also start the game. So I mean, I don't know. We don't know how long the starters will play for the Bears or the Chiefs, but I do think that it is a good idea to get them out there one more time. And I'm going to be a little selfish and say I want to see the starters play a quarter on Friday, but I mean, because I I just want to see him score twice with the starting offense. And for those of you who might say that the Bears versus Bills game was kind of a fluke because they didn't play any of their starters and the Bears scored 38 against them and didn't let any scores happen for the Bills. The the Chiefs will play their starters also. So if we score on them, you can't say that it's against backups. So, but what are your thoughts on that, Michael? And then I'll ask Jack the same question.
I like that. I think that I would like to see him play a quarter, like you said, but I think it's going to be 2 drives. I think it will be 2 drives, both teams. You can't risk injuries right before the season
Mm-hmm.
starts, but I think it'll be a good test. Obviously, going up against the Chiefs, they're always good. So if we can score one for the 2 drives, I think they're going to play. If we can score once, that would be great.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Jack?
Yeah, I think especially on a short week, uh, health is the priority. This game doesn't count towards the standings, but like you guys both said, I'm fine if it's 2 drives. I'm fine if it's 2 drives as long as they look like how they did against the Bills, which will definitely be a tougher task against the Chiefs' starting defense. But I'm okay with 2 drives if it's 1 out of 2 at least successful drives.
Yeah, so our last topic is kind of hard to predict because we're recording this on Tuesday, and they don't start practicing till tomorrow for the game, and they probably practice once at Hallis Hall tomorrow. Probably leave tomorrow night, practice in Kansas City on Thursday, and then play the game on Friday. But so I would like to see, a touchdown drive. But the really hard thing is Steve Spagnolia. That's how you say his last name, right?
Spagnuolo,
Uh,
Spagnuolo,
um,
something like that.
um, well, the Chiefs' defensive coordinator is one of the best DCs in the league, from insiders and from you know uh, prospective teams. So I mean, I want to see them score, but also I might, just need to prepare myself for the fact that they might not score because they are starting their starting defense and have a good defensive play caller. But we also, for once, have a great offensive play caller. And actually, I forgot to mention with the Bears versus Bills game, 5.1 million people watched that game in the preseason. So if that is how many people are watching the Bears in the preseason, I'd be very interested to see the numbers um, in the regular season. So I probably should have put that at the beginning, but I forgot. Um, so, um, but I mean, Friday is gonna be a real good test because we're actually gonna be playing against a real starting defense. So I think that having your starters play for at least a drive or two is a good idea to see how good are you against a starting caliber defense. So I'm excited to see it. And what are your thoughts on that, Michael? And then I'll ask Jack the same question, and then we'll get out of here.
I'm excited to see him play. I want like I want if we can get 2 touchdowns, I'd be sick. I'd like to see Caleb just absolutely dice them up, so then we can all say we're Super Bowl contenders and get our hopes up before the season starts. But like you said, with the 5.1 million watching the preseason, I know this is a little off topic, but that's crazy. I think this might be the most hype we've ever been for an NFL season in a while.
And for the first time, I think that hype is real.
Yeah,
I do think that hype is real.
I think it is, and we'll see against the Chiefs. But yeah,
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Jack?
I just want to see us get through this game with no major injuries to any starters. That's all I care about. Regardless of score, just go into week one healthy. Divisional opponent, got to start off strong against the Vikings.
Yeah,
So
that is a pretty big.
hopefully we see some success with the starters, but get them off the field healthy.
Yeah, getting them off the field healthy is definitely should be the top priority. But when the Super Bowl champ or the uh, the ex Super Bowl champs, you know, say that their starters are playing, you probably should at least start your starters to at least give them some competition for a drive or two or however long they play. But I mean, it should be a good game, and I mean, I'm gonna be watching it when I can, and I just want to see how Andy Reid calls his offense against Dennis Allen's defense, because our defense has done very well against other teams with Dennis Allen being the play caller. So I want to see how Patrick Mahomes, adjusts to Dennis Allen. So that's going to be interesting. But I think that's going to be all for today, because aside from what we talked about today, there hasn't been any practices or any clips that we saw. And but we wanted to get this out to you guys on Tuesday, so it wasn't like old news that the Bears crushed the Bills from Saturday. So no, it was Sunday. Jeez,
Sunday night. Yeah.
I'm losing track of my days here. But hope you guys enjoyed today, and we will probably see you. Well, to be honest with you, the next video we have will probably be next Tuesday, because I move back to school on Sunday and have a fantasy football draft that takes all day on Saturday. So I can't record. So we'll see you guys probably in a week, because I want to give myself Monday's my first day of school, so I don't have time to record, but we'll figure that out. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. See ya.